Hey guys, I'm Yaiza, and this is my husband Rob.
Hello, I'm Rob.
And today we're going to make a video about 23andMe. So 23andMe is an ancestry report website where you submit a sample of your DNA through a vial. So basically you spit in a vial and you send it to the company, and they look through your DNA and they match your ancestry. And you can also order like health. Like you can see your health reports. So if you carry any, what are they called?
Genetic
variations of any, well, not really diseases. Well, yeah, diseases.
Yeah, diseases that are passed genetically.
Yeah.
Or deficiencies.
Yeah, so we did this back in, I think I ordered it back in January, and it takes about like 6 to 8 weeks to receive your actual report because they have to look through it in a lab, and that takes time. Science takes time.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so then we didn't receive it until maybe like February-ish.
Around there. I feel like I got mine in March.
I think you got mine. No, I think I got mine before, or you got yours.
You got yours before me.
I got mine
like a week
first.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool seeing all the results that we got, and it kind of opened our eyes on how really similar we are to everyone in the world, you know. Like I got DNA from pretty much every continent in the world, except for like Antarctica, obviously, because there's no one in Antarctica. But other than that, pretty much everywhere there's a piece of DNA from every part of the world.
So the process is really easy. You go through it all like online. You don't have to receive an envelope through the mail or anything. You just get your report straight onto your phone, which we think is awesome because you don't have to wait around for it, or it's not lying around for you to lose. It's just on your phone at all times.
So we're making this video so we can show everyone our results.
Yeah.
And
and in case you are interested in 23andMe and you want to use it. There are other ancestry like companies or websites also that we're interested in too, and we might do that later on in the future. So let's get started. So this is how it looks like. You basically get all your results on a few pages, but this is mostly the ancestry. We also did the health, and that's on another page. So it tells you your 100% of yourself, which I think is super cute. And then for me, I got 69.6% European, and then it's divided with Northeastern European and Southern European, and then just broadly European. So the top ones were British and Irish are in the same category, French and German, Scandinavian, and then on the Southern European side I got Iberian, Italian, and Sardinian, which I thought was cool. I never would have thought I had like French or German.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought you would, just because of your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I knew I would have like British and like Irish area, but I never really thought I would have like French.
Yeah.
And then the Iberian, the Spanish part, and I didn't think I would have any Italian.
Yeah.
At all. So that was crazy. And then the second part of mine is 21.9% East Asian and Native American, which makes sense because of my mom's side. But the thing with the Native American part, it doesn't really tell you like what area of like the Americas you're from. So I wish it would go deeper into that, but it just tells you like more of a broad the Americas. So for Native American, I got 17.3%, and the East Asian, I got 0.3, which is like nothing. And then the next section is Sub-Saharan African, which I got 5.1%, which we kind of both knew we'd have African.
Well, everyone comes from Africa. So
everyone has African, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next part got Middle Eastern and North African, which was only 0.6%, so not much there. And then the smaller sections are just North African, broadly Middle Eastern, Ocean, broadly Ocean, and then 2.8% unassigned. And that's all for me.
So I actually got 66.7% European, and 59.1% of my European ancestry comes from Southern Europe. The highest percentage comes from the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spanish, Spain and Portugal, which I guess that makes sense. I'm getting DNA from both sides of you're getting DNA from both sides of your family, from your mom and your dad, and it just makes sense to me that it would be that way. The one that I'm really surprised about is the Italian part. My great-great-grandfather is from Italy, and surprisingly I only got 4.2% Italian. I thought that percentage would have been a little bit higher, but I guess 4.2%, it is what it is. Sardinian, I got 1.5%, broadly Southern European, so I guess DNA that they couldn't assign to one group. I got 24.3%. And then Northwestern European, I only got 0.8, so not even 1%, which is also surprising to me because my last name is McDonald. And McDonald is Scottish, so I don't know where I got that last name from, so I'm definitely gonna research that and figure out how that even happened. An Italian person and with the last name McDonald makes no sense. At least to me, it makes no sense. But
it's crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. And then I got Ashkenazi Jewish, which I got 0.7%, and broadly European, which is also unassigned DNA that they couldn't figure out from which group it comes from. And then East Asian and Native American, I got 22%. And that also doesn't surprise me because from my mother's side, I know that my grandfather's mother was Yaqui Indian, and those Native Americans come from Arizona and Sonora, Mexico region, that desert region, so that doesn't really surprise me. And the East Asian and Native American portion is broken down with 17.1% Native American, and then East Asian, I have like less than 0.1% Yakut and broadly East Asian, and then the rest of the 4.7%, which is left of the 22, is broadly East Asian Native American. So again, DNA that they couldn't pinpoint exactly where it's from. And then Middle Eastern and North African, I actually got 4.6%. I got North African 1.9, Middle Eastern 1.9, broadly Middle Eastern and North African 0.9, and then I got Sub-Saharan African, which I believe, again, how my wife said before, everyone's going to have a portion of that, just because Homo sapiens come from Africa. Like the first known human actually comes from Africa. So yeah, those are the results, and I don't know, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. And I always like to know, like, I like to watch these videos and see like what other people have and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, another cool thing about 23andMe is that you'll be able to see your distant relatives. I know I found like 3 second cousins. I haven't wrote to them yet because I think I feel a little bit awkward doing it. Like, hey, you're my second cousin.
Yeah.
But if you do decide to do it, it's cool if you just let people see your profile, open your profile, so that I feel like that awkwardness won't be there anymore, because the 3 cousins that I have on there, I can't see them. Like, I can't see their profile or anything to see how we're related.
Mm-hmm.
But mine's open, so if you were to say someone was to do it and they had their profile open, they'll be able to see mine as well. So
yeah.
But yeah, what are the things that we found out?
Well, it can tell you how far back your ancestry goes. So, like, if you have like German, it'll tell you like what generation
That's right.
German you have, or like French, or anything that you have. You can see how far back that actually goes, and I think that is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like my 2 oldest genes were Native American and Ashkenazi Jewish.
I don't know what
Those two were my oldest. My most recent ones were like Iberian. Let me check.
My oldest ones were Native American and North African. But
Yeah.
like those are the oldest ones, and the most recent ones with only 2 to 4 generations is British and Irish.
Yeah, see mine were Iberian, Middle Eastern, and Italian. Those are my newest DNA.
Mm-hmm. Yours go pretty far back.
Yeah, mine do.
Yeah. The Native American goes 6 to 8 plus generations, which makes sense.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah. And again, I wish it would go a lot deeper with the Americas side, because I just think it's like really interesting, like to know like where you actually come from.
Yeah.
But I understand like that it must be very hard to get that information.
Yeah, I'm sure in the future they'll be able to figure that out. They'll be able to, have specific groups of DNA that refer to each region in the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they've gone that far with their research. But the cool thing about 23andMe is that it's always updating. So maybe one day they'll send us a message saying, "Hey, we figured out some new stuff about your DNA." So, and the more that people turn in, the more broad.
The more information
they
have
in
their pool of DNA.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's a lot easier if you're like a male to have a deeper understanding of your ancestry than a female, because females only have
the X chromosome.
Yeah, females don't have a Y chromosome, so it's hard to see your paternal lineage, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you'll 23andMe also shows you like your haplogroups. So basically, it's a story of your line. Like, I forgot what haplogroup. Well, it'll give you 2 haplogroups. It'll give you your maternal haplogroup, and it'll give you your paternal haplogroup. Women will get their maternal haplogroup, so you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see how your mother's DNA traveled through the world, which is also pretty interesting too. But for example, my paternal haplogroup is, oh man, it's loading. EV12, and they'll give you like a brief description of that haplogroup and its migrations through the world. For example, mine traveled from northeast Africa, and traveled into the Middle East, and then from the Middle East to Southern Europe. So that's pretty cool, I think. And example populations are Berbers, variant and Balkans. So it gives you example populations that share the same DNA as you. So I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And my maternal side, I only know is B2.
Yeah.
But I think in the future I'll have my parents take the test so I can see both sides a little bit better. All I know about my parents is my dad's side. The only thing I know about my dad's side is that we're Scottish. Our last name's Crawford. And then my mom was born in El Salvador. And that's all I know. So with the health reports, it'll tell you like all these different carrier status, and it will tell you if you have a variant of it or not. And luckily all of ours say variant not detected, so that is awesome. And then like genetic health risks, it'll have like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Right now it has 4 of them. And we both have no variants.
Luckily,
detected.
nothing's detected.
Yeah.
So, if we ever have children, then hopefully they don't have any of those variants as well. Mm-hmm. So we have a good chance.
And then what's really interesting, it tells you like your traits. Like it knows what your eye color is, what your hair color is, like if you have freckles, if you like bitter foods or sweet foods, salty foods, your sleep patterns, stuff like that, which is really, really awesome. Like, who would know, like...
Also your muscle composition.
Yeah, your muscles.
If you have fast twitch muscles or slow twitch muscles.
If you're like a sprinter out in the wild. You can run away from animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, who knew that you could like find that all out just through your DNA, like what kind of sleeper you are.
Yeah, it says that I'm a light sleeper.
Yeah.
Even though recently I feel like I've been able to fall asleep pretty fast.
Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you think and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!